Let's go. Getting ready, about to go live. You know we always have a good time, so count it down, make some noise. Chat is open. If you're here, let us know. Start the cheering. Let's have fun and start connecting. Your worries soon you'll be forgetting, 'cause you are here with us now. We are all friends. Sit back and relax, we can begin. Ready or not, here we go. We're all here, so let's start the show. No need
Well, here we are. Welcome everyone to the stream. I almost forgot to do it because it's a holiday here, but then I remember, oh, it is Thursday and we have Keith here in the chat telling something about calming his nerves, so we will have to find out what's that all about. We have Lala here, hello. Then Tim is here, hi Tim. And I saw Anna here, probably waiting in the car again. And now, we already have him here as a moderator, and now we have him here in person. Keith Grimmer, hello and welcome.
Hello, everybody. It's nice to see all the people in the chat, and I'm hoping we're going to beat last week's record for views because you've got somebody on who's a comic, who's a fool, who's interesting. I don't know any of those things, Marcus. Is that you I'm talking about? It's you that I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
And welcome to the Marcus's live stream. Introducing creators. I'm just taking over the show tonight. So
okay.
That's what I usually do.
Okay, so I can lean back and watch, and perfect. I take a sip.
Yeah, I'll just have a. Oh yeah, boom! Keith's in the room. That's right, Tim. I should always do that.
Boom.
TTFN.
That's too early, man. Not yet. we have to talk first before we say goodbye.
Yes, I know.
So, are you still nervous, or?
No.
Okay,
the nerves have gone. It was the dancing that did it.
Yeah.
And then you put it up as well. You know, I mean, I didn't know you could do that in Ecamm. If I'd have known that, and luckily enough, people in the chat. When he does the intro, he's got Kylie on with Marcus. You know, I was going to put Marcus Rocks
okay.
lipstick, but I thought, no, I better not.
Yeah,
it might put people off.
Unfortunately, you didn't find the lipstick, and that was the reason, I guess.
Yeah, that's the reason.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry, I've taken over the show already.
No, that's great. Keith, I knew you are coming, and you were warning me that you were talking about everything, and so I didn't really prepare. I thought, okay, we make a very informal episode. And
yeah. Well, this is it, because when you do it off the cuff, like I do, then it's a lot more interesting because you don't know what to ask, so you just let the guests do most of the talking, like I do. You know, I mean, it's the first time ever I have really done live streams on my own. You know, I've always had guests on.
Okay.
And I've always respected people like you who can do a live stream without any guests. And I've been doing live every day in May on my channel, talking about different topics. And I did one on day 5. I only had 3 in the live stream, and I ended up with 720 views. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because I ended up with 720 views. 88% were non-subscribers, and the thing that interested me most was that there were the 25 to 35 age group, because most of my audience who view my live streams or my videos or my shorts are the 65 plus. So to get that audience, 25 to 35 audience, I was over the moon, literally over the moon, you know, and I only had 3 in the live streams. So it just shows if you choose the right topic to talk about, and that was talking about frozen foods, how we can save money in this climate that we're under, we've got all the everything's going up from day to day. Frozen foods are cheaper than fresh, and they are better for you nutritionally. I couldn't say the word then.
Yeah.
I've had three G&Ts so already.
So
That's why I'm.
so let's
That's
talk
why
more
I'm doing
about
like this.
frozen food, and then I will get 700 Jews as well.
Yeah. Well, that was it. And then 2 days later, I talked about the 5 top frozen food meals or frozen foods that people buy, and I got 400 odd views, and I only had one in on the live stream.
Yeah.
So it just shows you that doing a live stream on different topics. I mean, I haven't done so well for the last 4 days because they've been on topics that, like today, was the water companies are putting up the bills here in the UK because they're going to invest £10 billion in the next 5 years. So, of course, we are going to pay for that. And yet, you look how much they've paid the shareholders, 1.4 billion over the same period. So, what they've been doing with the money? What's that? Numb the nerves instead of calm them. Trust him. But yeah, because I thought to myself, if I went live every day in May, I could test out things to
Yeah.
see what worked. And I've learned a lot in the last 18 days because I've checked my analytics. Because, I mean, really, I know I'm going off this subject now, but I started on YouTube in 2007, and I didn't really grow until just before the COVID hit, and
Yeah,
then I started.
let's get back there. You started 2007, and
Yeah.
why and what did you do then?
Well, in 2007, I decided I'd start a YouTube channel because it had just come on, and I thought it's a way of because I did a lot of traveling. We've been to China, we've been all over Europe, we've been nearly all the places. I think we've been to 30 states in the States. Never used to book an holiday. Used to just go in, get a flight, hire a car, and just drove. Find the motel, stop the night, have a look around the place, and then go on. So when I started my YouTube channel, it was a way of documenting my travels because there was none of this camper vans or anything like that. It was just a way of keeping a record because I've got that many DVDs that they they were just taking up space. And what a place to leave people, my great grandchildren and so forth, that they'll be able to put my YouTube channel on as long as Google and YouTube survive, and they can watch it anytime really. Then, and that's why I decided. But I've only ever done it as a hobby. I've never done it as a business because I'm the age I am, and I look and I think no. But I've had successful businesses. I mean, I had my own wedding video business from 1988 to 2003, 2004. So I know how to succeed if I wanted to, but it's an hobby. I don't want any pressure on me, so I enjoy doing what I'm doing, Marcus.
Okay, so you came from the filmmaking business with wedding videos already. So
Yeah.
yeah. So when you start on
it's-
YouTube, you made I guess there weren't even live streams back then, 2007.
No.
You put up
It
recorded
was all
videos. Yeah.
it was all in my travels in the States and China, because I've walked on the Great Wall of China and so
Great.
forth like that. And I mean, the first time we travelled, we did 2,000 miles in Europe, went over from Dover to Calais in a van, took the mattress off the bed and put it in a van, took a portable cooker, and I did 2,000 miles, Switzerland, Austria,
Wow.
Germany, Luxembourg, Spain, France, Germany,
Great.
because I enjoyed driving in those days. and it was one of the best. Well, it was the best holiday I ever had. I mean, we got up to the top somewhere in a mountain in Switzerland, and when we got to the top, there was a 20-foot snow drift, and we had to turn around.
Okay.
It was really, really fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed that, So, but I've enjoyed my time on YouTube. I've met no end of people because I'll get into that in a minute. I'll let you ask me things. Otherwise, I'm going to be talking all the time.
Yeah. And let me say hello to Marianne. First time here live in the chat. Welcome. First time you always get a welcome confetti.
And when you've been around as long as I have, you get the boot, TTFN.
No, you get invited and you have to talk with me.
Only joking, people. You know me. I am one joke on here. That's it. But I enjoy it. It's interesting. It's a laugh. It makes you think, and you improve. You get skills that you never thought you would.
Yeah. And in 2007, when you started YouTube, were you still? Did you still have your business back then?
No, I'd finished it in about 2004.
Okay.
But, because what happened is that these smartphones came out and people started. Everyone had smartphones and they were taking videos.
They made their own wedding videos.
With those, yeah. So business was going down. So I thought, Tim says it's his first time here.
Yeah. So he wants some confetti as well. So he gets some confetti. I have confetti for everyone.
They want a thumbs down, Marcus. They want a thumbs down for a comment like that. It should be a positive comment all the time here because Tim is a great channel like yours. Just started out, just growing, and it's hard to get noticed out there because when you look at how many new people come onto YouTube every day, it's phenomenal. And and I've been watching a lot of these channels that recommend doing podcasts now because there's not that many doing podcasts at the moment on YouTube. So YouTube will be recommending people who do podcasts more. So it's a way of growing your channel.
Yeah, so that's one thing I'm exploring if I want to go there more.
Yeah. So am I, because I thought to myself, it is a way of growing, and it's to me it's like shorts, because you look at Sammy Cool or Superstar Sammy or whatever he calls himself now. The way he grew his channel with shorts was remarkable, but he's in that age group of 25-ish or younger than that, because I don't know how old Sammy is, but you look at that and you think that's the age group that are looking at shorts. What LEDM is awesome, short but sweet, daily top tidbits of awesome. Yes, that's it. Yeah, I just find the topic, Lala, and it's worked. I mean, I've done 18 and I've had 7 over 400 on the replay, and I've never had figures like that, Marcus. So it's only because I did lead it and I thought I'll give it a go and muck about and test and experiment. And if you experiment, then that's the way you learn what works for you on YouTube.
Absolutely.
Because I mean, I enjoy this series that you're doing with fellow creators, because everyone that you've done and everyone that you've done in the past I've looked at, and I've learned from others, because we all learn from each other.
Yeah.
And the more collaborations we do, the more chance you've got to get out there and be seen by other people.
Of course, yeah. So, you started 2007, recorded videos, and then how did that go further then?
Well, similar to you, when I started, I uploaded all my holiday videos, and I was stuck on about 180, 190 subscribers till I started actually working on my YouTube channel, which was 2019. And I set myself a goal of getting 1,000 subscribers in the year 2019. And because I spoke to a YouTuber, I'm not going to give any names out, and he said, if you want to grow and get noticed on YouTube, go and watch between 20 and 30 new subscribers to you. Watch their content, not just one, but watch 2 or 3, comment on the 2 or 3, say, ask them a question so they've got a reply to you. And because it's a numbers game, I did 30 a day, and I used to pick up between 3 and 4 subscribers every day from the 30 I watched. So if you do it 7 days a week, you're looking at picking up between 28 and 30 subscribers a week. So that's roughly about 120 subscribers a month. So I hit my target of getting to 1,000 subscribers in 9 months. But it was hard work. It was a case of, as I say, watching 30 videos, complete strangers, maybe topics that I weren't really interested in. But I commented, watched more than one video, so they knew that I was watching, and I used to watch the full watch time. And, I got an average between 3 and 4 back out of the 30. So that's the way I built up to the 1,000 subscribers and got my 4,000 watch hours. And it worked. It really did, because if you do that, you are connecting with other YouTubers, other fellow creators, and if they like your work, they'll follow you. But now I've never been one for subscriber count, because what to me is more important is your views that you get, because 90% of YouTubers don't even get 500 views on their channels when they put a video up. So my next goal is I would like to get 1,000 views on every video that I put up. Also, I'd like to get 1,000 views on live streams. It's a goal. Whether I'll achieve it or not is another thing. But you've got to set realistic goals for yourself, and then you work towards them.
Absolutely. So, and that was still, you still did recorded videos then, and the pandemic hit, and then you got more views and started live streaming, or how did that all happen?
Yeah, I started live streaming when lives come out through Hangouts. I interviewed, I think, about 300 fellow YouTubers. I just sent them emails and said, would you come on my channel? And then before I interviewed them, I never spoke to them beforehand. I used to watch as many videos of whoever I'd got on, and I listened and watched, and then I made notes, and I had something to talk about. And it worked. The only trouble is, when I started going for the bigger YouTubers, they never used to reply. It was always the small YouTubers who wanted to grow that used to come on my channel. And most of the people who I interviewed, because the series is called Time with Gramps, because they all used to call me, Gramps, because of my age, and so if I'd have had a studio, I'd have got a rocking chair with a pipe,
Okay.
and gone, yeah, and this is Gramps now, because it was a niche, and
Sure.
most of the people that I interviewed invited me over to where they lived, Australia, Japan, New Zealand, America, Switzerland, Austria, Norway, and the standing invitations, because one of the rules that I have always had, because YouTube is about selling yourself, and people if they like you as a friend, if you can make a friend within 10 seconds of a person, they'll stay with you. No matter what content you put up, they will stay with you. It's like when you go into a shop or a car sales room or anything like that, if that salesman makes a friend of you, you don't think about the make of car the next car you want. You think, oh, I'll go and see Peter or James or John, because they respect you, because you respect them, because they took an interest in you. So, like on here, I always think if you can come on, do a live stream, and then leave somebody with a thought or something to talk about next time. And when I used to interview and find out, first of all, the family status, how many children they'd got, and I made notes. So when I spoke to them again, the notes were down there. Oh, they've got a boy and a girl. One of 10, the other one of 7 or whatever. So as soon as I came in the live stream, I used to put in the chat, how's the children? And because I had the names, and it's personal to them. So, of course, they think, oh, Keith's taken an interest in us. So that's what I've done in the past. So, it's worked for me. Might not work for everybody.
You build up connections, absolutely.
Yeah. And it's like Leader, because I've done Leader twice. I've built up good connections.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't go out to do Leader to build up a friendship. I did Leader because I wanted to get the confidence to do live streams on my own, and now I've got the confidence to do live streams on my own. And because if you do them on your own, then you can talk about different subjects and different topics, and you get discussions going. Because if you get discussions going, then they're going to come back. So if you ever my advice is, if you ever leave a comment on any channel that you watch, always leave a comment that requires an answer, because if you do that, they've got to come back to you, and then you start a conversation.
Okay, yeah.
And then it's just a tip, and it's worked for me. So it will work for other people.
Yeah, and starting a conversation is always a very, very good idea. Also, when you get comments, and I'm very bad, I really should answer my comments. There's no excuse to not do that. But if you get a comment, even if it's not a question, try to write something back, and maybe you put in a question, and so there's always an opportunity. And Anna is... sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, Anna is asking, do views in live stream have more value than recorded videos? And I would say YouTube doesn't really care where the views come from. But of course, if it's live stream, especially the chat and everything, it's much more effective in building up a connection, a personal connection, and it's harder to grow with live streams because they're less polished. Would you disagree, or?
I disagree, because you can make a live stream. You can make a live stream, especially now with all the software that we've got. You can make a live stream interesting, because, like I do, I get my guests to share their videos on. If I have a guest on a live stream, I always make them show their work through sharing their video on a live stream. And as they share it, they talk about it, how they went, how they shot it, or what camera they used, makes it more interesting. And it's like, at the end of a live stream, in the comment, you ask a question in the comment, you personally on your channel, if you've learnt something, and then you put like, what did you how does this affect you, or what do you think, or something like that. Pin it to the top of your comments, and then it comes. Or what a lot of people don't do is, you can leave a comment with a link to a former live stream or a video that you've put up.
Of course.
Yeah, because people will look at that and they'll click on it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
it works.
Yeah.
I've proven it works, and I have always thought that if you leave a comment and you ask the question and you pin it to the top, then somebody's going to come back and answer that question, and then you've got a connection. And once you've got the connection, you've got something that you can work on to build that connection up. Because it's like the people I've met through Leader, Lala, yourself, Katie, Tim, Ellie, so forth like that. I build the connection up because I watch everything they put on Facebook, everything they put on YouTube, and to me, I'm building a connection, and hopefully, we'll become friends over time. And this is what it's all about. It's becoming friends, not just people you see on here, but actual friends where you go out your way and help them as much as possible.
Okay. And Lala timed someone out. Okay. Great. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Timed out.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually
Yeah.
yeah, I've done that quite a few times.
Okay. Sorry, Stan, you're timed out.
I mean, it's like last week was Stan. Oh, what an interesting,
Yeah.
what
And
an interesting
now he
conversation.
went in and got timed out. But yeah.
Timed out. The only problem with this is, like Stan, he does his live streams. It's about 4 a.m. our UK time, so I'm usually in bed at that time. So I always watch the replay, and he always gets whoever I watch on replay always get a full watch time because
Okay.
I'm interested in what they've got to say and what they're doing, because that's why I follow them.
Yeah.
You know,
and
you
I
follow
used
people.
I used to watch some streams in the middle of the night, but I had to stop do that because I really need to work on my sleep. And
Yeah. So I'm going to ask you a question now, Marcus.
okay.
How do you manage to watch as many leader people on? Because you're on first thing in the morning, you're on last thing at night, and I thought,
it's
how
just
do you manage it?
yeah, but just go take some time and try to watch as many as possible, and then do something else, and then come back and watch again, and
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
So
it builds up a bit of an illusion, because if you're in many, then suddenly people say you're everywhere, and then people start to believe that.
yeah. But one of the
Lala,
biggest
don't
things
worry. In 5 minutes he should be back. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one of the biggest things I was told by a fellow creator is, if you're watching YouTube videos, you're not creating yourself.
That is correct. Yeah.
So you should watch the ones who you really like, but concentrate on building your own content up, because once you've built it up, then you can do things. You know, you can watch other people's, but you've got to build your own content up and everything. And that's
Of
what it's
course.
all about. It's that is the biggest thing people don't realize, because most people who join YouTube now want to get to that 1,000 sub mark and then get monetized. With 1,000 subscribers, you do not make money. The only way you make
course.
money with you can make money with 100 subscribers if they are genuine subscribers, and they will watch anything you put up. If you sold merchandise, t-shirts, hats, pens, cups, or what with your branding on, 10% of that 100 would buy. All right, you won't earn an income to packing your job, but you'd be earning something. So if you got another 100 subscribers and another 10 people bought, then you're going to get another 10 people buying. And that's the way. People think that they've got to have 1,000 subscribers, but I'll tell you, for that 729 views on that live stream I had, I made 57 pence.
Okay.
And if I got to 1,000, I'd make 73 pence because it's paid out at 73 pence per 1,000 views.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's just the case, because that's what I've said earlier on in the stream, that it's all about views. The more views you get, different topics, different niches, you can make more. Because like somebody who I interviewed on my channel, he was doing the top 10 places to stay, look short 5-star places, and he had 3,500 views on that live stream, and he made $20 because he was paid at a higher rate, because it was a higher paid niche that he was in. So it just shows you that if you look at your analytics and you look at what is popular on YouTube, that's what you've got to talk about. I know people like Lala are into a craft channel, but while you're doing your crafts and you're explaining what you're doing and showing people, it gives you a chance to talk about different topics as well as you are doing, and that will engage the people more, because you are not just showing them the crafts, you are discussing everyday life with people, because people want to be liked, they want to get to know you as a streamer, because we've all got different personalities, we've all got different gifts, and you've, as I've said, you've got to become a friend to them. You've got to make connections, and that is it. The CPN changes per niche indeed. Yeah, you're right there, Lala. And it wasn't until I started looking at my analytics instead of looking at numbers that I realised I've got to change and find out what works for me as a live streamer, because I'm not getting out so much with my camera now to film. So I'm going on live stream and shorts, and hopefully podcast, because I think there's a great opportunity for channels to grow doing podcast. And like this, you can turn all these that you've done, Marcus, into podcast, and that's the bit. That's what makes it great. This is my first time out.
Yeah.
We all
Welcome
go
back,
through it,
Stan.
Stan.
Welcome back from the timeout. Thank you for sticking around to have timed out.
You've got the replay anyway, Stan. The 5 minutes you missed.
Yeah. I think he can still watch during that, just not comment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
only
sure.
you can't comment in it.
Yeah.
I think that I'm going to do a course on how not to time people out. I tell you what, that'd make a good tutorial, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but now in Lala's case, it would just be don't drop your phone. So it's a special kind of course. Yeah, but we had so much fun with it, so it was already worth it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So okay, let's go a bit back. You did live stream during the pandemics. It was only one, and you always had guests there. So
Yeah. Because I would never do a live stream on my own, because the thing is when you've got a guest in, if it goes quiet, you can always do something about it. Whereas when you're live streaming on your own and the thought goes out your head, then you get that 10 or 15 seconds, 20 seconds where it goes quiet, and then you think to yourself, oh, that's when you notice the numbers go down, because I always look at the numbers when I'm live streaming.
Don't do that. I glance at the numbers from time to time, but
yeah, but I always think, you are a typical live streamer, because a typical live streamer has between 5 and 10 people in. A typical live streamer might get 40 or 50 views on replay. That's what the percentages are. So if you can think that you want to make a goal of, because I've looked back at your channel, Marcus, with your live streams, and I look and I think your first goal is to get 100 views on a live stream. So
But
how do
during
you?
live, or what? 100
No.
concurrent
How,
live viewers, or?
no, 100 live on the stream after you've done
Oh,
it. So,
okay. Yeah,
say like,
I just have to invite Lola, and then I'll get that easy.
oh,
Yeah.
I think you should have. I think you should have more than one guest on. I think, because I've never noticed this, and it's just a suggestion that
Okay.
you have 3 guests on one live stream with you. So you have 15 minutes with one guest, 15 minutes with the next guest, 15 minutes with the third guest, and then the last 15 minutes of your show, they all come in. Because
Okay.
I've never done that. I'm going to give it a test.
Yeah, that's an interesting idea. Yeah.
Not interview them all at the same time. Interview them
Yeah.
as individuals. Get to know them. Get them to discuss a topic or whatever they want to do. So I just thought it's an idea. So because it's going round in my head, so I think I'm going to try that.
Yeah. That's a nice idea.
I'll try. I'll then get them to show their footage of perhaps what they think is their best piece of work. Tim's done it a couple of times, because he had one on archaeology, and he had 3-4 different archaeologists in, an underwater one, a land one, and I forget what the other 2 were. But it was a fantastic show. He interviewed them all separately and then fetched them all in at the end. And it was an entertaining stream. A very entertaining stream.
Yeah, great. Yeah.
So,
And Stan says he plans to do something in his midday, so it will probably our evening. Yeah. If it's on a day where we can watch, we will be there. So Wednesday evening is my nephew time, so then I'm not available, but pretty much every other evening should work. Yeah.
But if you ever get married to your young lady who we met once, who I've seen once on your live streams, just let me know. I'll come and do the wedding free, as long as you pay for me holiday. Put me up.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the way I get
that
business.
In mind. Yeah, I keep that in mind.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've been to Lucerne, but I'd love to come back, because it's been years and years and years since I've been there. Because I think Switzerland is a beautiful country. Very expensive though, so I'll kind of lose my wallet. I'll leave it at home, and then my guest can take me round. You didn't hear that, did you?
That's great. So then you finally thought, okay, I'll go live by myself, and that's just was the first time now that you go live every day in May. Is that?
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever. 1st of May was the first time I had ever gone live on my own. So I feel, I've never been nervous. I'm always relaxed. The most nervous I have ever been is coming on your show, and that's only because you've had some great creators on, like Stan last week. I watched that and I thought, I'm on next week. What am I going to do? Because what can I talk about? But when I'm on, I realise I can pass on experience to other fellow creators. And yes, the G&T definitely helps, Tim. Definitely.
Okay. Yeah, but for going live by yourself, you were not nervous, but you still didn't do it at first.
No.
What did hold you back then?
What held me back? I think it was because uh, what I've learned now is going live on myself. If I do the research, I know what I'm talking about. When you go live without doing any research and off the cuff, um, you can lose your train of thought, and then that causes moments in time where you haven't got a word to say because you're thinking. And when I think, I close my eyes, and that's something I've tried to get out of. That's one of my weaknesses when I'm talking to anybody, because I'm thinking. The old grey matter up there is thinking, and I close my eyes so I can picture what I'm thinking about. And that's the reason why I never went live on my own. But now I think it's part of me. You've got to accept it. And I go, oh, I make a lot of noises when I do live streams.
Okay. So that's probably more noticeable than closing your eyes. I don't know.
Yeah. But it's agreed on that, Marcus. But you learn from by doing it more, don't you?
Yeah,
You know, I mean, it's
absolutely.
like I've got to mention Leader again. How the first week is all about your faults or what holds you back. Then the next week and the third and fourth week are your content. And I always find week 3 and 4 the hardest because I'm not trying to make money out of YouTube. It's a hobby, so I haven't got a particular content. You know, it goes from travel, live stream, shorts, and they're all on different subjects. Whereas if you want to really succeed on YouTube, you've got to have a niche, and you've got to work on that niche, because if you don't work on it, you're never going to grow. You know, so you've got to look at what works and what doesn't work, and what works, like with me in this going live every day in May. I found out that if I talk about the cost of living, frozen foods, how to save, the bargains to buy, they will get the more viewers. Now, when I talk about uh, the state of the climate, I don't get the views. So people aren't interested in. The more interest at the moment is the cost of living crisis. So anything to do with the cost of living crisis, you're going to get people to view it. Then you've got to look at what people are thinking about in the States, or what people are thinking about in Australia, because most of my people who view my live streams are from the USA. They're not from England. I think I have about 3% from the UK. Most of the people who watch my live streams are from the USA, and they're all over 65. And it's not it's the 25 to 35 age group you want, but you've got to see what they are into at this time. You look at what the 25 to 35 age group are interested in, talk about their topics, generation, what is it, XZ or whatever they call them. I don't know.
And why don't you want 65 plus?
Well, I do, but
Okay.
the problem with 65 plus, it's like me, isn't it? How long are they going to be around for, Marcus?
Okay.
No disrespect.
Yeah, but then you will get new people who by then are 65 plus.
Yeah. But the trouble is, I'm getting older.
Okay.
I'm going up and up and up and up. So
Okay.
I think if you can get,
so in another 50 years, it will not really matter for you, Keith.
no, because I can't see me being around that long. But I look at Tim. I mean, Tim does those podcasts, Extraordinary People, Extraordinary Stories, and it's as he says, his audience hasn't been round yet because he's doing things that people are gonna look at in the future. It's like that is one of my favourite things. Because one of the videos I put up on my channel. I interviewed he wasn't a friend, he was an acquaintance, and he was 84. He died last September, and I got him to do his life. He talked about his life on camera. I got over 10 hours of video. I cut it down to about an hour and 27. I cut out all his family, but he was born in London. He was a cabbie, a taxi driver. He knew the knowledge. Then he packed in taxi and became a limo. He started his own limo company, chauffeuring company, and he used to take all the stars from the centre of London out to the film studios. And some of the things he talked about, like he took Gregory Peck once out, and he was talking to Gregory Peck, and he says, how do you get on with your leading ladies? And he says, most of them smoke, so when I go to kiss them, they taste like old rags. So, and he told me, and then he worked before he became a London cabbie. He worked as a trolley dolly on the airlines, and he says because the team he had, there was him and two other guys, and the other two guys were gay. And he says, so I had my choice of the young ladies. So I didn't put in what he actually said, but I mean, it was ever so entertaining to find out, his life. And he was brought up by his grandma, sent to the nuns. He went to a school where it was run by nuns, and he says, don't believe that Catholic nuns are good, because they're not. And he had a brilliant life story. So I put it up, and I've had 300 views on it, I think. So people, but it's like the average view time on it is about 8 minutes, because it lasts an hour and 27 minutes. So you look, people don't hang around, because that's why shorts do so well, because 15-second shorts, that's about the attention span of most people, younger people, so shorts do work, and you don't have to talk. You can go out and film a bit of Lucerne, a bit of interest in there, and just say where you are. This is, I don't know, the town hall or whatever, and you'll get views because people are interested.
Sure. Yeah.
I've gone to take naps in between, laughs out loud. Oh, so
Yeah,
that tells you a lot about that.
she did her 5-hour live streams. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. She's done a 5-hour one.
That was pretty usual for her.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, she's got some stamina then. I mean, I have watched quite a few, but not 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'd be having me nap, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'd watch it on replay, but I'd watch it in sections. I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
like that. So,
Yeah,
but
and
every
and
time
when
you
you're
do
through
that,
with everything, then it's next weekend, the next 5 hours. Yeah, but yeah, that was her
yeah.
usual duration, 5 hours. Just get in
God.
that watch time. Yeah, but I think I mean on Twitch it's pretty that would be pretty normal to do longer live streams, and then you just get viewers, they watch, they leave, new viewers come in, watch, leave, and it's just Twitch is really so much more focused just on the live, and yeah, then if you want to grow, you need to do really long streams, preferably. Yeah.
But whereas it's different on YouTube, I've realised that doing live every day in May, 5 to 10 minute streams, that's where I get, I mean, what did I do last night? 4-minute stream. I had 2 people in, and I've ended up with, I think when I last looked, 45 views. And I think that's good, because you do a 2-hour live stream, the average is between 30 and 40 views. Yeah. So if you do a 3-hour live stream, you expect views of about 120, because I follow people that have 8 people on their live streams. Don't talk about a subject, it's just general chit chat. no topics or anything like that, and they end up with about 120, 130 views. So I think
Can
they're
work
getting
as
the
well,
average.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I mean, it's shorter content, like you said, 5 minutes or something like that.
yeah.
If you imagine someone seeing your thumbnail and title and he knows nothing about you, and the time investment, the commitment as new viewer I have to make is much less daunting for 5 minutes than for 2 hours, and so of
Yeah,
course you
yeah, yeah.
get more.
Because I mean, this is it, Marcus. That you do an hour live stream, and there's usually about 15 minutes of very, very good material that you could break down into 5 minute videos. Like
Yeah,
Stan last week was very, very interesting. But if I'd have been allowed to edit that hour live stream that you did last week, this about 4 or 5 minute sections I would have used as um, to put out as video content.
and that's what my idea is. If I already set up my podcast and did one lonely episode there, but the idea is to take an hour-long thing and make a 20-minute something podcast out of it,
Yeah,
because then you can really nail it down to.
yeah. Because I mean, I have listened to what I've said, and there's 3 or 4 sections that I could take out that was really good advice for fellow creators. And if it had been a podcast, people would listen to that with their headphones on while driving or putting or as they're doing the daily run or working in the gym. And if you've got interesting an interesting subject that people want to learn about, because no matter who you talk to, you can glean information that will be useful for fellow human beings, not just creators, but fellow human beings, because we all want to be liked. We all want to know things about each other. And if you don't ask the questions, you can never find out. And because I've always been cheeky, I've always said, like, I used to door knock for fish round people because Grimsby was the largest fishing port in the UK and Europe. And because I didn't mind door knocking, and I've knocked on doors all over the country and knocked on a door, and I've gone, oh, that bacon smells nice because I've been doing breakfast at 8:30, 9:00. And this is no word of a lie, but I've been invited in and had breakfast in complete strangers. I've had dinners. I've been invited back for dinners. And, all right, they can say yes or no. If they say no, you just go, thank you very much, and carry on. But that's the way I've always been, because I've always said, if people don't like you, I can't do anything about that. If people say no, that's it. I take no means no, yes means yes. And,
but you have to put yourself out there and take a step. Stan is saying this show is proof that people are interesting. Thank you so much, Stan.
Yeah, thank you, Stan. Yeah. We all are. Every individual on this planet has got a story to tell. And the worst part is that people who live into that, like, I've got somebody who I know who's 92 years of age. She watched Queen Elizabeth's coronation. She watched Charles III's coronation. And I asked her to tell me what she thought to the two, but she won't. And I've tried to talk her into putting her life story on video, because I says, it's not you, it's not your daughters, it's your great, 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 great grandchildren who just see a photo of you, and the photo doesn't say anything.
Yeah, sure.
It's like me. I lost my mother when I was 37. She was 60, and I lost my dad when I was 45. He was 67, 68. And I wish I'd got their life stories on video. And then I look at myself and I think I should be doing my life story. on video and put it up to YouTube, because I don't think I've got an interesting life story.
You sure
But then,
do.
but I really think about it, Marcus, and I think I have, yeah, because everyone's got a life
Yeah.
story to say. And I mean, when I was door knocking in London, I door knocked on Cliff Richard's door and met him. I door knocked on Tommy Steele's door. I door knocked on, what's his name? Tom Hardy. I think his name's Tom Hardy. And they all bought fish from me, or from
Great.
the person who I was working with. So, I've met quite a few well-known people and got on well with them like an house. If I've chatted to them away, and I mean, one person, I'm not going to mention any names, but I spent nearly 2 hours in their company talking to them, and she was a very well-known actress. She's passed away now, but I look at it and I think, what a conversation. And I learned so much about her just from, complete stranger. And I went, God, I was flabbergasted, but then it all come out. Can you tell me a bit, what was this film like? And so yeah, I have got an interesting story. And
absolutely, of course.
I do realise that now, Yeah. So, hell, have we been on an hour nearly?
Yeah.
Marcus? And the time flown.
It always does. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. It's faster than Concorde going from London to New York.
Very good. Yeah, but yeah, I told you the only thing I'm sure about this episode is when it starts and when it ends, and the rest turned out great. And you see, no reason to be nervous. It all went
no.
Very well.
Out of 10, how do you rate it?
I never had to rate.
all those in the chat, can you please put how you rate?
Yeah,
how
people
you
in the
rate
chat
this
can
live
rate
stream?
from
I want to know
one
before
totally catastrophe to disaster to 10. What the best thing ever? Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be all right with a 5, Marcus, because
okay, so we have Tim here. Tim 1. Yeah, so sorry, it was a total miss.
I'll remember that. Come on, Lala. Come on, Marianne. And Stan, come on, put your figures in.
Now he's backpedaling and said he meant 10, yeah, but
he missed the air off. Come on.
Okay. You really want to know? Okay.
Yeah, Lala got Lala 10 as well. Yeah,
a 10, of course.
It's just So
and Lala is so supportive all the time. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But because that's up, you put that on there. Other people will see it, who watch it, and they'll carry on watching. So, I got a 10 from Anna. Hey!
Okay, Stan is saying it's funny you may not have fascinating life stories, but our lives are filled with fascinating stories. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
just have to find the interesting stuff, because it's on the surface. It can be boring on the surface, but once you go in there, absolutely. So, but yeah, I think we got some 10s and a 1 and a 10 from Tim. So you can make of that whatever you want. And but that brings us to the end already. So Keith, thank you so very much for being here. People can find you at YouTube at EagleVP, and it's also down in the description. And next week here we will talk with Katie Simpson, and I need to go prepare.
A lot better guest than me. Definitely.
No.
I'm only joking. Don't forget to watch next week.
Guest.
Yeah, don't forget to watch next week, because she is
if you have the time, I will be
very, very interesting person on. I mean, I'd love to interview Stan now after last week. So I'm going to have to get in touch. And I wonder if I could talk Lala into coming on my channel and doing a bit.
And
Yeah,
you see,
I go off
Stan
topic.
gave us an 8.5. I like that because that means we have room to improve.
Yeah. Now, Stan's being honest. The others, they're doing it because I'm on, you're on. No, I
Okay.
don't mean that.
No. Okay, before that totally derails, I would say thank you everyone so much for being here with Keith and me, and hope to see you next week. Thanks. Bye.